Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain at home or at work. We'll ignore that last bit. Right, Ada, let's set a course. If we're going to go work with Phineas to save the colonists on board Hope, we should know more about him. We should know more about what he is about. So let's go and speak with him at the lab. Let's go to the docking bay.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Allow me to do the honors. Congratulations, Ada, for getting us here in one piece. That's not... That... Well, first of all, it's not exactly very secret. This is supposed to be a secret lab. Is that like the bit we fly into to dock? Or is that... Look, I just don't want that to be a super weapon. In an asteroid. That's pretty mad scientist, if you ask me. Right, let's go have a word with him. And there is a shrink ray that we might be able to wrangle out of him, maybe.
Stay safe out there.
Oh, thank you, Ada, I will. Are they already accompanying me? Ah, I guess they are. Okay, well, you two both deserve to come with me, because I don't know what we're going to find out there, and you probably deserve to know what we're going to do.
There.
Right, so...
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud.
I can hear you. No, it's working. Phineas? I don't know where he is. Maybe we'll try that door first. Right. Max, Pavati, as you might be aware, I came from a colony ship called the Hope. Basically, this mad scientist defrosted me after I was on ice for 70 years, and as you may be aware, defrosting people after 70 years turns them into liquefied goo, or at least so I've been told. So right now the plan is we're going to get chemicals that have been pumped into me to stop me from gooifying on defrosting on the other colonists, on board the ship, on board the colony ship. I'll let that sink in. Yes. Right now, that's the plan. Well, that's Phineas's ship. It's not quite as big as the Unreliable. So there's something that, I don't know, it's quite gratifying about having the bigger ship. I'm not compensating for anything, and I need to pay attention to where I'm going.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments.
Uh-huh.
And securing myself.
Yourself? Securing yourself about... Why?
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Okay, there's the speakers. Why have you got speakers then, if you've never had a visitor? And not expecting visitors. Hello? Well, keep an eye on the pig thing. So, Phineas. A little paranoid, are we?
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know.
What
Right.
color should I be
Welcome to my
expecting?
little, habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Well, for what it's worth, Phineas, I appreciate you pulling me out of the Hope and defrosting me, because it sounds like, if not for you, I'd have just been in there forever.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
Oh, I'd like to ask how you decided on me, or whether you just picked at random, but is there anything else we can talk about? There should be a lot.
What's on your mind?
You Well, you could have given me a hot minute before you shoved me in that pod and jettisoned me to the planet, but I guess that's, you know, let's let bygones be bygones. Is there some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass? This isn't a very trust-inspiring relationship here right now.
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance.
What, in this room or that room?
It's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Why couldn't you come out to meet me, though? Well, have you got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Well, you've not met my crew. This is Parvati, this is Vicar Max.
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Oh, sorry, you...
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Oh, well, I landed here now. Relax. Relax. I mean, this is a secret lab. He has got a point. I didn't mean to upset you.
No, I was being rude. I'm not accustomed to extending hospitality, and I've never had visitors before.
But it is a secret lab. You do have a point.
For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm kind of pleased as well.
I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you.
Well, so far I'm doing pretty well for myself, I think. I mean, I've got a ship. I now have a crew. I don't know if Max is a permanent member, if he's just kind of tagging along for a bit, but Parvati, she's my engineer. She's my chief engineer. Do you like that title, Parvati? I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely.
Me too.
Progress.
I am immensely satisfied that I've not spontaneously combusted into liquid. Is there anything else we can talk about?
What's on your mind?
I don't think we do. Okay, I'll be back eventually. I know that we've got stuff to get on with. You don't mind if I look around though, do you? Oh, cysty pig. The hoof of an adult cysty. I'm not going to touch that. Am I allowed just to take the shrink ray? Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapon damage and strength of the effects both increases your science skill increases. Shock engineers ensure our bottom line, and fire rates are sky high.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray.
It was just on the side.
Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp.
Okay.
Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought. I thought we'd have to talk him out of that. So where's... Okay, there's the shrink ray. Phineas, this cysty pig over here, Bubbles, is it? You don't mind if I try it on him? He's not said no.
Show them how it's done.
Okay, so it does... Oh. So it only shrinks them for as long as I'm channeling it. Okay. Oh, this is my pod. Oh, it's home. I spent 70 years in this thing. Everyone I knew back home is dead. I just kind of that realization dawned on me. I spent 4 decades in space with nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping me alive. The rest of my fellow colonists are trapped in similar chambers, waiting for you to restore them.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
28? Oh, I'm lucky then. Thank you. You might be mad, but I'm glad you're a scientist. What else have we got here, Phineas? Reminder, obscure body in the SK system. Okay. An obscure body in the SK system. I'll take the poster, apparently. Phineas, I hope you don't mind. I'm just compelled to pick up all these posters. Oh, wait a minute. This is the right. This is where you launch me into space. And you've still got another one of these pods. Don't go near the pods. Don't know what he's going to do to you in there. What on earth are you doing to this in here, though? This is a very kind of homely place you've got, Phineas. Oh, you've got lots of these. Okay, maybe a few less of the pods than I was expecting. That one is not in good condition. And it's very grimy and dirty in here for a laboratory. Can I have a look? Phineas Wells, messages. Password required. Should I? Critics agree that terminals built by Enter Company name here are the best terminals. Should I hack this terminal? Okay, I mean, I should know more. 2H Blythe. Sending no response, sending no response. Cause undetermined, original message appended. I worked it out, explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce, need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate, Dirtside, Terra 2, near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. P. Okay, so who was that to again? H. Blythe. Pocket watch. I mean, I'm kind of just looting everything right now, and I don't know if that's appropriate. He doesn't seem to mind. Reminder, mop up melted pig. Melted pig? I think a melted pig is something you should mop up right away. So he doesn't exactly trust me still. I mean, he's a paranoid mad scientist. Reminder 14. Remember it this time. Absolutely vital. 14, 14, 14. I guess I'll be seeing you then. You don't mind if I look at this terminal too, though? I can calculate the movement of the heavenly bodies, but not the madness of men. Newton. Experimental notes. Experiment 1173. Flash frozen organic material reversed back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death, a very respectable 6%. Bad news, difficult to acquire, limited quantities of compound, likely produced by Auntie Cleo. Recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. So the chemicals he's pumping into us has severe adverse reactions. Brilliant. Artificial stasis successfully induced in cystipig specimen. Revivification complicated. Cystipig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment. Treatment progressing. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. Explosive cell death. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of cystipig from laboratory floor, walls, and equipment. That was quite explosive. If it hit the floor, the walls, and the equipment. Okay. Now, what's this other experiment? Fresh as of Anti-Cleos, experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces of Spacer's Choice. Atrocious. Felt part of self die on the inside. Add Spacer's Choice to the list. Note to self 2, buy more mouthwash. Fresh out of anti-Cleos, experimenting with spaces chose partially emulsified cream as substitute. So produce... Oh, he added 2 ounces of the emulsifier. Right, well... He's a coffee drinker then, I presume. Sister Pig notes have spared one of my stock experimental sister pigs to be used as a renewable source of nourishment. I've named this lucky pig Bubbles. Giving an animal a name establishes rapport and creates a positive emotional bond, allegedly improves flavour of tumours. Oh. Must look into that. Excellent, and you don't need to look into that, you need to wise up. Excellent creatures, sister pigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcine succulence. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumours that ripen naturally. Falling off the flesh like mock apples off a tree seems the height of barbarity. It is. Truly a miracle of modern science. Oh, that's vile. Personal files. I can... Does he use the same password? He does use the same password. I procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his services. That's a good point. That's not a very good ship name if you're trying to make yourself out to be reliable. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Lord willing, he isn't a total buffoon. Well, he was dumb enough to stand too close to the beacon. I guess, yeah, I'll be seeing you then, Phineas. I'm glad we could touch base. We'll come back. I did just go through all of his belongings and his personal files. But eating tumours off a pig, it's vile. I don't know if I could do that. Yep, just casually stealing now.
Hey, that's impressive.
Oh. I mean, I'll take all of it. I'm glad you're impressed though, Pavati. What else have we got? Adreno. I'm probably going to need a hit of that before long. I might be getting the withdrawal tremors. I think, well... Not quite as productive as I'd hoped. I was kind of hoping for, I don't know, a bit more of a connection. We, talk about stuff a bit more. But I did get the shrink ray that we read about. Then he seemed to just let it go. Just didn't care if I had it or not. How do I get back around? Can I squeeze under? Yeah, I can squeeze under, right? Well, I don't know. We'll just go. He didn't really seem to care that we turned up. I've acquired posters. Yeah, Phineas didn't really seem to care that we just turned up. I've acquired posters. Did they go in my room or did they go in somebody else's room? Not in my room. I kind of want to know where those posters have gone. Sam, I don't know what we're going to do with you. I really don't. Not in here. Hello. No, I can't use that clipboard. It's just a clipboard. Not in your room, Max. Aha, okay. I don't know why we've put them in here, but good to know where they are. Oh, Ada's got a little camera on the table too. Okay. I'm glad she can join us for breakfast and things. I almost thought our chairs would be bolted to the floor. This seems to be bolted. I don't really know how well the artificial gravity works in this ship, but I don't want things to be sliding around if we get into a firefight or something in space. Right. Let's be away, Ada. We're off to the Groundbreaker, an independent orbital station in the remains of Halcyon's first colony ship. Ah, Groundbreaker, breaking new ground. captained by Junlei Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew, who never seemed to care to leave.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain.
Oh.
You're free to disembark.
Thank you, Ada. That was one hell of a ship. So where are we going to dock on board that thing? I kind of want to know the scale difference between us and them. Parvati, you got...
Can we talk?
Yeah, sure. You kind of look like you do have something to say.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Oh, I heard she's the captain. What about her, though?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
That's a good point. Should we do that first? Sure, we'll head to engineering first.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
No. Why does it keep giving me the option to tell her to move along? No, I'm not doing that. Let's keep going. Right, you're coming with me then. I mean, both of you coming with me. I can have two people tagging along. There's no reason not to have both of you with me. Oh. Oh man, this is massive. And that's massive too. That's a proper cargo freighter, I think. Hello? Do I need to speak to you before I disembark?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
I hope so.
Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Thank you.
Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Don't mind the heat. What's critical? Do you mean that it's just gonna get... Right, hang on a minute. Why have you got
Smells
bullets?
like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
Oh, you've been here before then?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
I don't understand what you just said at the beginning. Oh... well, this isn't really the time to ask about his story, though. I'll get back to you. I thought you just had something to say about being here again. Yeah, I don't really like that you've got bullets just strapped to you. That kind of implies that you're about to do some fighting imminently. Now, I'm very worried about what they said about the heat.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
What is going on here? Let's speak to Mardet. She seems a neutral party.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there is customs. It just wasn't a lady meeting us off the dock. Stevedore?
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Oh, so you must be a member of the engineering team then. Felix?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Well, I noticed you were in the middle of an argument as I was trying to get past.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
What, you want to take a fight with all of them at the same time? So, well, let's hear your side first of all. What happened?
I had this foreman, right?
Right.
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself.
Uh-huh.
He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the
Spacer's
Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Space's chosen man. Wait, hang on, wait. Are the Chosen and the Rangers just sport teams? And naturally, as you said before, you kept your chin up and you didn't rise to it when he came round boasting, right? You resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah.
So you
Look, this was a long
assaulted
time
him.
coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
It's one way to do it. Well, it sounds like you're lucky you've not been locked up for assaulting him like that.
You know something? I am lucky. I ought to raise a glass of 0G to my fortune, if I had the bits. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Captain of the Unreliable. Well, you see me come out. There's no bother playing dumb. I'm Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama.
I heard that quite a bit.
Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name, by the way. Although I do know it's Felix. Well, you gonna hurry to get going?
Oh, not at all. Just, you know, gonna figure out what to do next.
Better not involve trying to
See you
steal
around,
my
boss.
shit. Ada, lock the ship. I kind of want to send somebody back to keep an eye on it. I don't like the interest he suddenly took in my ship. Maybe I shouldn't have talked to that man. Wanted, dead or alive. McCred. Captain Gunnar McCred. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contacts Commandant and Senator if you have any information regarding McCred's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Okay. Wanted, dead or alive, Phineas V. Wells. For various crimes and violations of board policy, including all or any of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, and destruction of board property.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
I mean, the board really seem to only care about their bottom line. So I presume crimes against their bottom line. Oh, so Stevedore isn't a name, Stevedore is a title. He's earned himself 2 wanted posters on that one board.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Oh, I need to speak to you. Yes, hello.
Identification, please.
Oh, yes, no, I've got Ada. Ada hooked me up. Yeah, here you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said.
Yes, that's me.
I apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board.
I've been
Your
what?
ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
I've been what?
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in
Oh,
trouble.
what's effing...
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
No, it's probably the previous
Now, hold
Captain
on. This isn't
Hawthorne.
the end of the world. Probably.
Probably not. I hope not. So, I mean, if I'm not Hawthorne and that's not my ship, they're still going to keep that ship impounded. How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of Promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Udom Bedford, that's the guy out the email, so the original Captain Hawthorne. Oh, he's gonna know I'm a fake! He's gonna... Because if I say, oh yes, I'm Captain Hawthorne, he's gonna go, you're not Captain Hawthorne. If I say I'm not Captain Hawthorne, he's gonna say, oh, why do you have his ship? And hang on a minute, he's not been flagged because the last Hawthorne wasn't friends with him. Because he seemed very keen for Hawthorne, but Hawthorne didn't seem to care about him. Well, any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way.
Fair enough.
I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Probably because of what I did down at... down at Edgewater. Well, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out. I'm sure it's a mistake.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Possibly. Shoot. Why not? We should probably get into the good books of this guy if he can help us resolve our issue as well.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Oh, okay. I'll tell her to get off your ass about it. Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
You can open the door and point me in the right direction. Gladys is on the black market though, right? Probably shouldn't go asking openly about the black market. What can you tell me about Udon Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Okay. And there's tension between the Groundbreaker and the board?
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
So, you basically... I don't really know. You basically hold the fate of the colony in your hands. Just by being the gate to and from. Oh, why isn't there a reason the Groundbreaker and the boards don't just work together?
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters?
More or less.
There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Well, you really are fiercely protective of your independence and your freedom. Well, and the station's in a state of disrepair, but I don't see why getting the board to fix it would really help. It would just, slide them closer to being taken over by the board. But I'm glad it terrifies them. Keeps them on their toes, right?
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that, would they?
I bet they're planning to do it right now.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
So, the board runs most of the systems out here then, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
A tramp crew? Am I a tramp crew? Does that mean I just don't really belong to any company or anything like that? Am I an independent captain? Well, thanks for all that information. You've been incredibly useful.
Sure thing.
You know what? Black market, probably going to be found around nearest cantina. Well, I'm looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Brilliant. Thank you. Got that.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
It probably is the most hospitable port in the colony if it's independent. And where would I go if I wanted to find a job?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage.
Okay.
But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I mean, I've got a ship. What does Halcyon Holdings... How does it actually work?
Are you pulling my leg?
I just want to hear your take on it. That's all.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
Right. And there's actually... Is there a literal boardroom somewhere that all these companies, you know, the company heads get together and sit in?
Sitting around, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
I probably won't either. Well, I know how the Groundbreaker fits into that.
Glad to help.
And... I didn't really think there was many independent operators in this system. It really feels like they get just squeezed out by the board.
Relative to the Board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
I mean, that's more my line of work right now. What about Sublight Salvage? This is one of the companies within the board?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished.
Oh.
They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Well, that's all I needed to know about work. I'll let you get back to it.
All right.
But thanks again. I'll see you around.
Be seeing you.
He has got a terminal in there, and knowing he does kind of makes me want to go look at it. Just through here? Commandant Sunita. Hello?
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm actually here about one of the bounties, actually. I could try my hand at bounty hunting. What do you say, Pavati and Vicar Max? Well, I'm interested in a McRed bounty. I can always decide not to do it later. Where can I... Any ideas, any clues, any hints, tips?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Oh, thank you. Or the lucky lighter. Maybe I could just get the lighter. Well, we'll have to see. I couldn't help but notice the bounty posting on Phineas Wells as well.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages.
So I've heard.
If you have an inkling of the wheres or what-fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it.
Is he Wells, is he famous or something?
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all.
Okay. Well, what's it like working security detail on a space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend?
While
yeah,
I'm on
post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
I mean, I was just making conversation. I get, like, you know, you're not my gossipy best friend and you got a job to do, but it's only to threaten to lock me up. I'm just making conversation.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you move.
Yep, no, got it. What is a Mardet, though, just before I leave?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
But why Mardet? Why not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll let you get back to it. I won't take up any more of your time. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pull a gun. We good? Lee?
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today?
I'm just getting my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, sir.
Yeah,
if you're
right,
here to
okay.
report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Anymore? And why can't you take incident reports? What incident happened there?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Yeah, rightly so, because you could probably get innocent people into a lot of trouble like that. Or let the bad guys get away by getting their names wrong. I'll see you around. Something... Pavati, what are you doing back? What are you doing? Max, we're going to walk away. We're going to pretend we're not with Pavati. She can catch up. Oh, quest objectives require you enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities, like
this is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Come on, come back. Okay. Pavati, don't do that again. I know we've got an objective in there, apparently,
I
but...
picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Graham?
Asshole.
Not name is Graham. Marder ID card. You found an ID cartridge to use the Holographic Shrouds. You'll now be automatically disguised when entering an associated restricted area. You mean like security, just here? I mean, it's pretty bold just to rock up and walk into security, right? Right. Play it cool. Holographic Disguise activated. Your Holographic Shroud has activated, giving you a temporary access to restricted area. Moving drains the Shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your Shroud. It'll get harder to talk your way out the more you are interrogated. Right. So, where exactly are we going? Can I open this? Right, let's pretend we have access.
Wish I could do that.
One day I'll show you. Oh, we do look very dapper. You two especially look dapper. I imagine I look dapper too, but...
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Yank the drive? Confiscated goods? Detained a freelancer who was cagey about his business. Confiscated his personal belongings. Modified pistol, a hatchet, a metal hoop. LG. Prayer beads. OSI. Ask you, Max. Locker container, owner refused inspection. Or locked container. He fled before we could get down to it. Left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again. Which is likely to be never. Security logs. Sublight put a bid on one of our impounds. Generous one too. Negotiate for a usual finder's fee, and then give Lilia her salvage. Brawl at the Lost Hope. Freelancers versus board. Freelancers won. Arrested a freighter captain with a few more bits, with more bits and brains. Hawthorne's ship impounded by order of Udon Bedford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that bored snake. A guy from the back bays roughed up the Moon Kid. That made no sense. Raving Bad warned me that the moon was going to bring about the end times. He was flying high or on whatever Macred grows down there. Got a sworn testimony that Macred was spotted at the Rest and Go. Not that anyone will corroborate it. Reminder to keep an eye on Gladys. Yeah, good thing I didn't go asking about Gladys with their security personnel. Check the docking records. Right, Max, you take this.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Yeah, good, very good. Okay. Is this where the things were confiscated?
Keep your sights out for him.
Just gonna...
What?
What?
What do you think you're doing?
I wasn't doing anything.
Just don't make more paperwork for me, all right?
Got it. Shh. Yeah. Oh no, crouching arouses suspicion. Right, okay. We can't just get away with hacking stuff without being somewhat sneaky. Okay, we'll take all of that. Keep going. Have a look. Just browsing. Not doing anything, but minding my own business. Oh, I don't have enough of the... Lucky those mag picks were there.
What's that noise? Here they come.
Shit! Ah! No, what are we doing? No, I don't want to fight them. No, can I surrender? No, I'll be good. Oh, flip! I need to be more careful.